Hello, it's Monday the 21st of October. Coming off of a good weekend. Hope you all enjoyed that one clip from my gig Saturday night with my band RAF. We had a fun night. It was a good time. I have some business I want to do in this video, so please stick around for that. But the first thing I'll say is hello to Michael Dawson, who also makes videos, and every now and then I catch up with Michael's videos. A gentleman and a scholar. He had pointed out about this cover, which I had forgotten to mention, but I was talking about the Lalo Schifrin album on CTI. Well, he pointed out how it's very similar to this cover by Alan Holdsworth, Velvet Darkness on CTI. No, I didn't look to see if it's the same art director. Most likely it is. But Twin Tower action there, huh? Good call, Michael. I forget to respond a lot of times to questions. Sorry about that, but a while back someone asked me if I knew about Bang on a Can and David Lang. Yes. Do I know about Steve Reich? Well, yeah. One of my introductions to experimental or other music was when I was a kid and my older brother checked out some records from the library. One of them was Rite of Spring by Stravinsky, and the other one was that Columbia recording of Steve Reich's Come Out to Show Them. And we were, I'll say we, my brother and I, we were transfixed. We were fascinated by that recording. So I have Music for 18 Musicians by Steve Reich. This is an amazing piece of music. A few years ago, this was performed live in Omaha by local musicians, and they did a great job. This is a great piece of music. Someone also mentioned Meredith Monk. Of course, we must know about Meredith Monk and her explorations with the voice. This one is Dolman music. I've got some others by her. You got to know about the good stuff, people, you do. It reminds me that I was asked about the band Yellow. I sold Yellow. Did I? I think I kept one. Yeah. I kept the single on Ralph Records, Bimbo. You know, they basically end up being a kind of a luxurious pop band, you know, pop music for expensive tastes. I like their use of electronics. Carlos Perón was involved. I think I have one of his solo albums. Excuse me. I have a couple of new releases from Discus Music that I'm absorbing. I really can't review them properly yet because I'm still absorbing them. The one thing to be said about Discus Music is that this is a serious label putting out music for deep listening. It's not pop music, it's art. It's fantastic. It is. Great label. So I'm having a sale. It's actually already started. My first solo album was called Nice, and I put it out in 2001 in a limited edition of 300 CDRs. I made a deal with Borders Books to distribute them, and they lost them when they went out of business. So there's only a handful of them around that I know about. The others are lost. They're probably sitting in a warehouse somewhere or got dumped in the river. But in 2013, I believe, I reconfigured it and changed the songs around and released it on vinyl. Dereck Nice. There's the back, one of my collages. Well, I'm putting this on sale. I put this out an edition of 500 copies, 100 of them on black vinyl. And those are almost gone, the black vinyl. There was only 100. I've just got a handful of those left, but I've got several on the yellow vinyl. Now, let me show that, because I'm going to put that on. I'm putting it on sale. Usually these albums are $20, and the black vinyl is still going for. Let me get a yellow vinyl one. Here's two black. But I have several of the yellow, maybe about 50 copies, so I'm putting it on sale for $10 a piece. These are my copies. At least one of these should be yellow. Yes, yellow vinyl. Now, I play some in the background, but you can go to my Bandcamp site and listen to this. Well, I can put it on this other computer in the background. But here is, so there's 400 of these, yellow vinyl. And I'm selling this, not the black vinyl. The yellow is on sale for a limited time for $10 plus postage. Now, here in America, that's a deal because media mail postage is only $5, so you can get this for $15 total in America. There's nothing I can do about the postage to Europe and England. Postage to England and Europe is $24. It's just, I just don't understand. It just doesn't, it seems, there's, some of these have an insert, a printed insert. Some of them do, not all of them. So the sale is worldwide, but I can still imagine that with the postage being so high in England and Europe that maybe no one is still interested. Postage to Canada is ridiculous too. It's about $12 to $15 there. But I'm putting a link to my blog site. If you want to get this on sale for $10 plus postage, go to the link below this to my DVH blog. The black vinyl is still regularly on sale for $20 plus postage on my Bandcamp site, as well as the yellow. But for a limited time, I'm going to make the yellow vinyl $10 plus postage available through the link. And happy to say, I posted this yesterday on Facebook, and I have a sale already. Thanks, Tony. Thank you. Yeah, if you have it already, grab one for a gift for someone. You know, take advantage of the lower price. I'm also it was fun to share with you a clip from my gig Saturday night. That's the RAF band, the old school punk kind of sounding band. One of my other bands plays this week in Dreama, more psychedelic. I'm looking forward to that. I also play jazz, electronic, all kinds of music. So, you know, if you don't like one style of music I'm playing, that's fine, because I can play them all. Don't really have much, well, actually, there's always plenty to share. Let me see if I can remember this. People ask me about music, and a lot of times I really do know about it. I have heard about it. There are a lot of records that are really expensive, and so I can't own them. So what I do is I'll look them up. I'm looking for the Samurai. Someone asked about Samurai. And there's two different bands called Samurai. There was this band, I forget where they're from, European, and then there's the Japanese, which I also have. I have one of the, Green Tea by Samurai. Someone asked me about this. It's really good. Psych rock. But a lot of times, over time, there'll be things that I want that I can't afford, so I'll just burn them. Like Secondhand, Death May Be Your Santa Claus. If you can find that on original vinyl, that's going to be expensive. Just like the first Slap Happy album. Love this album, Slap Happy. Here's another one from, I think, Sweden, Svanfridur. What's Hidden There? Cool cover. I've never seen a real copy of this, but Again, when you see it on Discogs and places like that, very expensive to buy. I used to have this, the Gunter Schickert album, Uberfällig. So yeah, I've got this stuff. Got Scapa Flow. You ever heard about this one? Utin Icon. Sahara. Subway. This is just my S's. Subway. This is real good. Any of you guys have these records? They're hard to find. St. Helena. Hello, friend. That's just out of my the Spiral Gyras. I have one of these on reissue vinyl. Love the band. Barbara Gaskin, who ended up with Dave Stewart in Hatfield in the North, started out in that band. Here's one, Semiramis from Italy. Another hard to find album, but really good. So yeah, when people ask me, well, have you heard of? I am happy to say that 90% of the time the answer is yeah. I have heard of it, you know, because I'm a nerd. This is what I'm into, is music. Sensation Spix. This is their first album. I guess it was only a promo. I've never seen an actual copy. Another band that I'd love to find on vinyl, which Stormy 6 from Italy. Julian J. Sabrin. Waiters on the Dance. Yeah, I be trying to know about stuff. I do. Skin Alley. Kind of R&B, UK R&B band. Spring. Sad to say, I did have an original of this and sold it. Got good money for it, but I wish I'd kept it. Spring. Progressive rock. And this is just in the S's, y'all. Just in my S's. St. Stephen. Yeah. Yeah, I geek out on the music a big time. I do. Let's find one more to just look at right quick. Here in the P's, what have I got? I've seen those. Filter. I've never seen a real copy of that. Where is this from? Sometimes I write it on there. Looks like this is from Belgium. Filter. And then this one I've been looking for, the PLJ band. Armageddon. I like that cover. Pataphony, so I can just keep going. Interesting stuff. Okay. So this idea of music being out of character for me, I'm glad to say that you know, doesn't hold water with me. If I like it, I like it. Someone asked me about Cat Stevens. I love Cat Stevens, and I have Tea for the Tillerman, Teaser and the Firecat, and the one Monobone Jackin. I have all three of those. Well, actually, I've got four. I've got Foreigner. I have them all on vinyl. They're all in the closet. I got turned on to Cat Stevens in high school, going to an all-boys Catholic school. For some reason, the Jesuits really took to Tea for the Tillerman, and they used it a lot in class. Now, to be honest with you, what they were trying to teach with it, I'm mystified. I don't really think they did. I think they just were trying to be cool with the kids. But I love those records. Here's someone that might surprise people that I have. I don't know that it should, but Janelle Monáe I think is amazing. And I have her first two albums. She's killer. I think Janelle Monáe is amazing. I really do. So if I like it, I like it. It's not about that part of this personality to me is I'm just saying I'm too old for it. It's like when you're young, you care too much about shit like that, like what people think and other people's opinions. And I happily say to people, I'm 64 and don't give two fucks, you know, about your opinion about me. You know, I'm who I am. So if I decide to listen to some Ferlin Husky, I do. If I decide to listen to some R.L. Burnside, I do. but mostly what I'm listening to is what I'm listening to, kind of off the beaten path of the usual stuff, okay? I'm going to just do one quick poll because I'm going to keep this short because I'd like to put the focus on my sale, you know, for a short time. $10 for one of these, okay? All right. Over here, I'm going to try to, because I'll look and say, well, I haven't gotten into that area. So, did I pull something? Yes, Helden. French band, Richard Pinhas. He was very influenced by Robert Fripp and early King Crimson. And which one is this? Electronic Gorilla, a reissue of it. Good stuff. Helden. Anything else down here right quick that got overlooked? I don't think so. All right, guys, I'm going to just keep it short, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Leave comments and use the link below to order Dereck Nice on yellow vinyl. Short time, only $10. Grab it.